People, what's going on? Welcome back to Night View. Welcome to another match preview, our last home game of the season. Casemiro's last time he will play at Old Trafford, man. It's a sad, sad day. Manchester United taking on Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford on Sunday at 12:30. 12:30 on a Sunday.
Early.
Really
Yeah,
early.
early.
Threw me off because that's just never, it's a non-existent time on Sundays, isn't it? Really, 12:30. But that is when it is, UK time. And you know what? Let's just get straight into that sentimental side of it, of farewell Casemiro for a lot of match-going fans. This will be the last time they see him. Obviously, the away end at Brighton will be his actual last appearance for Man United. But in terms of in front of 75,000 people at his home, his family in the box, everybody singing "One More Year," Casemiro. This is it. This is the last hurrah, man. And what a time he's had and what an impact he's had on all of us, man.
Yeah, and it's kind of twofold, isn't it? It's one, I'm glad he's back to have this farewell because obviously he missed the last game. But secondly, I'm glad he's back just because if he's back, we're more likely to win the game. Because if Casemiro doesn't play, we don't really tend to win. And he probably will get on the score sheet or be involved in the goal somehow if we get it, because that's what he's done this season. He's been so integral. So yeah, I really hope he gets he'll get the, well, I hope the game goes the way that it's kind of calm. So in the last 10 minutes, he can get that substitution, big, standing ovation, farewell kind of thing. And of course,
if the game's not going well, it's fine. He can play all of the game.
Exactly.
Get the final whistle, and then we can give him everything. You don't have to get it during the game. I'd rather the game.
Exactly. And then, of course, post-match, it's the last day, last game, home game of the season. So you get the walk around the pitch and maybe an announcement about the head coach, right? That's also a bit of a feeling going into Sunday, is that it might be announced on Sunday, maybe a bit before kickoff. It might get announced Saturday for Sunday kind of thing. So it might be a bit of a celebration of a lot of things. Celebration, obviously, last home game, celebration of Casemiro's final game, and celebration maybe of Michael Carrick's first game as maybe a permanent head coach or something like that, right? So there'll be a lot to celebrate, but we have to hope the result is there as well, because we are off the back of a really poor performance.
And we need to raise that. And listen, if you talk about, you always forget there's two teams playing. Forest in a bit of a weird position, but I was always wondering about how this game would be. I was wondering if they would be on, around the corner from a Europa League final, which they're not. And then you flick it and go, what does that look like that they're not when they're safe as well? Because would they be fighting to stay in the league? Now, I think they're not mathematically. Actually, are they mathematically safe? I don't think they are mathematically.
I'm not sure.
The swing, like I said, still 6 points up for grabs, isn't it? So they're not. Are they 6 points clear of the thing?
Well, like I said a few weeks ago, we are looking at a situation where the team that does go down in that 18th spot is going to be going down with quite a lot of points. But Forest, they're 43 points. West Ham are on 36 points with 2 games to play. So yes, they are mathematically safe. They are
right. So they're safe, right?
Just mathematically safe. So they probably won't rush back your Morgan Gibbs-Whites, who he's
finished. He might even make World Cup. He's really bashed up.
Really bad. I can't believe he was on the bench for that Europa League semi-final.
Yeah, I don't think he was a real life on the bench. I think it was
maybe. The only thing I can think of is maybe like, if he could have taken a penalty. Something like that, maybe. Something like that.
But yeah, so for Forest, I'm not going to say they're on the beach, but they're coming off an absolute hiding against Aston Villa in that second leg. Got a real hiding. Had a lot of players out as well, had some injuries. And now they're safe. So you're not probably expecting to see the best version of Forest, but that doesn't.
You say that, Flex. They rotated. They made a lot of changes, and they went to Stamford Bridge, and they were excellent when they made a lot of changes, and they went to Stamford Bridge. That was the rotated team for the Europa final, for the Europa semi-final rather, and they did well.
We're not Chelsea.
So. No, that is very, very true. But like your point, they got players. They can cause us problems. But this is also one of those games that many people are talking about, aren't they? Where Manchester United can't sit back at home against Nottingham Forest. You're going to have to have more of the ball. You're going to have to attack. You can't do the thing that maybe you did against Brentford second half, for instance. But at the same time, Forest haven't had the season that Brentford have had they? So, we're at that stage of the season where you've got these sort of dead rubber games that don't really mean anything, but they still kind of get scrutinized because they're matches and they do count. So from a Man United perspective as well, I saw Michael Carrick said that Casemiro back, Šeško, a bit more touch and go. That's a bit more complicated. Of course, he's still dealing with the shin problem. I think
don't even risk it, man. Just look, we're here now. Just don't.
Yeah,
don't even risk it.
So him probably might not make it. As far as the rest of the team, Loman's in goal. Your right back would be Dallo or Maz. Centre backs are interesting, aren't they? Of course, because you've got Maguire, you've got Leach, you've got Heaven, you've got Yoro.
Got a full complement apart from Delete.
Does he change? Does he change or does he keep? Because this is the weird discussion now, isn't it? Is if there's nothing to play for, logically you would say, well, give him game time. But if you give him game time and you lose, then the pressure carries on.
And he'll just stick to what he thinks is his best 11. Carrick's not one for risk taking or sentiment. Like, I don't think he's that. He's down the middle. He's predictable. If he's got the option to be predictable, he's predictable. So I think, you just go as is with the two centre backs. Obviously,
so what's that? Maguire, Leacher?
Yeah, Maguire, Leacher, Casemiro, Cobby, of course. Toss up between. Well, if I'm going to say, I think Thingy will be out. He won't start Xerxes again. Xerxes had a shocker. So probably going Bumo and Bruno up front. On the left, Cunha. And on the right, probably go Ahmad.
Yeah, I would think so. I think it's probably look something like that. And then your bench is still not really, a ton of options, is it?
Ugarte, Mount. It's just the usual kind of, you know what I mean? Aiden Heaven, Yoro on there as well. So, I think the main thing is get a performance. Obviously, get the result. Last home game. Sign off on a high from the home games. We've had Michael Carrick brought a lot of good games, a lot of good feelings to the home games. Obviously, Leeds apart, which was a real bad performance and a real horrible game. With the other loss that we had, which was Newcastle United away, they were two particularly bad performances. And obviously Sunderland, which we didn't lose, but was a bad performance. But at home, we've beaten Man City there, we've beaten Aston Villa there, we've beaten Liverpool there. We've had some big games and scored a lot of goals there. The game against Fulham, the game against Palace. I can't remember who else we've beat at home.
Villa, we've beaten.
I think that's it. I think I've just said them all. Villa, Fulham, Palace, City. Lost against Leeds. That's 5. Liverpool. Did I say Liverpool?
I'm not sure, but you're right.
5 or 6 games at home. That's about it, isn't it?
You're right. I mean, I touched on it at the start there. There's a lot we should be celebrating. You know what I mean? Sunday, we should be celebrating, obviously, Cass's last home game of the season.
Feeling, man.
Carrick's the new head coach permanent. We're back in the Champions League. We'll see you again at Old Trafford next season.
Time for good vibes.
And it's going to be good. So you don't want the backdrop of that to be a defeat, do you?
Exactly.
You just don't. It won't dampen moods, I think, too much, but it'll be that annoying background.
It's annoying. We've all come out on a Saturday, early doors on a Sunday, see our team win at home, innit? See our season. Obviously, objective met. Nothing's going to change the Champions League thing because we did it. We're in it next year. Amazing. But go out on a high now. They're probably going to find a way to announce Carrick before then. Get everybody up.
You want that?
Team should perform. Bruno still going for the assist record, by the way.
Yeah.
So hopefully he can get 2 more. He's on 19. So let's hopefully he gets 2 more, at least 1 more to get in the same class as Henry and Kevin De Bruyne, to just put him in that bracket, So and also strengthen his chances of winning the Player of the Year, because I think if he gets that as well, the assist record, then there's every chance he can. And by the way, the pros have been asked. A lot of pros have been asked, and they've said him already.
Yeah,
he's got a good chance of getting it.
I saw that one.
League, which they will.
Yeah. A lot of the pros were saying, Bruno's been the best player. So you're right. Yeah, he absolutely does have something to play for in terms of getting that assist record.
Let's help him get it. Make sure you finish your chances. Make sure you're clinical.
That's just another thing we want to be. Like I said, we've got the opportunity Sunday. That can be a really good day. Like a good feel-good day, can't it? Right, Cass, you've had your send-off. Carrick's in. We won against Forest. We're 3rd in the Prem, Champions League. Bruno's got this record. That can be a really good feel-good. After that Liverpool game, that was right, we got fucking Champions League. We did it, all that kind of stuff. There was just a good feeling after that game, wasn't there?
And if results go away, Liverpool and Villa play at the time of recording, where you guys are seeing this. Liverpool and Villa will already play, but at the time of recording, they play tonight. Hopefully they draw or something, and then all we got to do is get a draw, and then 3rd place confirmed as well. We're 6 points ahead of Villa and Liverpool respectively, and they both play tonight. Hopefully they draw, both on the beach, both not really. Aston Villa got a cup final to look forward to. Hopefully not one of them wins, and then we just go and take care of business and secure 3rd.
Flex, I was just looking at the Premier League table because we had it up there a minute ago, and I was just looking at our recent form. You would think, with some of the narrative that's been going around our games, we haven't lost in the last 4 games in the Premier.
Exactly.
We've got 3 wins and a draw.
Exactly.
Our forms, like you look at Liverpool, like you said, they play on the Friday, lost and a draws their last couple of games. Villa, they haven't won in their last 3 games in the Premier League.
Villa have got 3 wins all since 2026.
Yeah, they got 2 defeats and a draw. Like our recent form, for all of the, I say negativity, I think it's kind of enhanced negativity. Again, we're all right.
Hey, Villa could drop out if they don't beat Liverpool, and they got City last game of the season. Bournemouth could catch them. So yeah, let's see. But let's just do our jobs and bring the vibes, bring along the vibes, man. I'll be there at the game, getting everybody's reactions as well, and just waving goodbye to Cass. We'll get some content done of speech up. Well, you might not speak, but you know what I mean. So yeah, be emotional. You saw the interview he done with Rio, how emotional he is about the club, how much it means to him. So be an emotional day, win, lose or draw, to be fair, but hopefully for even more reasons that we we win the game. So
he said Carrick will do the speech as well, post-match as well. So it'd be interesting to see what he has to say. Of course, last few years when it comes to end of season speeches, we've had like something else coming afterwards, haven't we? With Eric, like, we're going to go to Wembley and we're going to win, which we did and we didn't, or we didn't and then we did. Ruben, it was good times are coming, was this time last year, right? Good times are on the way, and they were. So they just work with him. But so yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Carrick has to say, because he's not exactly that personality that he's going to be, is this on doing a stand-up routine around the stadium, is he? I think he's going to be very mild-mannered and, well, let's go again next season. And like you said, I think it would be awkward if it's not announced by that point. When you think about it, guy doing a big speech in front of 75,000 people, he's still technically the interim. Everyone knows he's going to be there. He's actively in talks to become the permanent. I would have thought it's going to be announced by then, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%.
Surely. That's just too
it's
awkward.
Gotta be. Yeah,
you can't do a speech and be like, "Oh, and by the way, I've got the job. We'll see you next season."
Exactly.
It's just
also, just really quickly, I didn't realize Bruno's got the Matt Busby Player of the Year for the first time. Ronaldo had it 4 times, and De Gea had it 4 times. That's mental.
Yep. He got that, and obviously the Players Player. Shout out to JJ Gabriel, got Young Player of the Year, the Jimmy Murphy award.
It's going to be a good individual. Just waiting for that Player of the Year now for the Premier League. That's the one, innit? That's the one.
Bruno is collecting at the moment. Look at like you said, he's got Players Play, he got Matt Busby, he got Football Writers Award. He could get PFA Player, and like you said, the more you listen to the pros, it seems like a lot of people are voting.
They'll vote for him, man.
I think Bernardo Silva said he voted for Bruno? I think I saw that today.
Yeah, he did say that.
Surprise, Portuguese, but if you got this, the noisy neighbours are voting for you, like, he's going to get it. I think he's going to get that. And just the thing that will just top it off is if he can break that record, and then he can do a whole thing of all the individual accolades he had this season, because he deserves it. He deserves it. He's been phenomenal. He's been absolutely brilliant.
Let's get into. Let's finish off with the predictions. What you got?
Gosh, just because maybe Forest. This is I got to be careful here, actually.
Mate, it's the last couple of games this season.
No, but I'm underestimating them, because we did this against Leeds. Of like,
we are probably underestimating.
We'll beat them at home, and then they go 1-0 up, and we'll so actually, you know what? 2-1 Man United. I was going to go with like 3-0 Man United, but then I thought,
no, I wouldn't go that far, maybe.
Unless Forest, but there really is a possibility Forest. There really is, and like they won't care. Like,
the whole game could be like that. Both teams could just be on the beach. It could be 0-0. You know what I mean?
Well, that was what we saw against Sunderland, wasn't it? That was the definition of 2 teams that were just.
Yeah, but at least they hit the post, but they actually needed to score quite a few.
That game was terrible.
It weren't great.
That was awful. It matched the weather, didn't it?
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm going at home on the front foot, crowds up. Casemiro's last game, players doing what they go. I'm going 2-0, man.
Does he score?
Confident.
Casemiro.
Yes, Casemiro header. And if we get a penalty, let him take it.
He's going to
wait. Yeah, let him take it.
Yeah, let Bruno pass it to him.
Yeah, I said that. Do the Henry and Pires thing where they fucked it up.
I honestly, at this point, I know you said, do it.
Yeah,
genuinely, do it. Do it. Even if it don't work well, and even if it's if they're both standing there, it's very choreographed. They'd be able to know that's going to happen, but still do it. Fuck it.
Still do it. Can't
try it. You're this close to history. Like, if you've got to tap it over the line, tap it over the line.
Yeah,
if you've got someone's got to help you hold your hand to get over the finish line or push you, then do it.
Don't matter,
It's
man.
all right.
So yeah, I'm going 2-0. Good vibes. Hopefully I'm right and you're going 2-1 as well. So yeah.
Yes.
All right, guys, get your predictions in the chat. Get your predicted 11s in the chat, in the comments boxes below as well. I'll see you there. Owen will be on stream with DJ, I believe. And yeah, enjoy. And farewell, Casemiro. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We'll do the proper one after the last game, but yeah, exactly.